Hey everyone, I wanted to take a minute to go over how to add users. We have made a couple changes and a few updates. So, uh, regardless of your system, if you are adding users, there's a couple things you want to notate. Right at the top here, you'll see this icon with little figure with a plus sign. That's where you start. So you want to click on that, and it's going to bring up the add user screen. So when you go in here, there's a couple things that are asterisks that you have to add correctly. So put their first name, put their last name, and their email address in to start off. And if you want to put title, that's great, like a salesperson or an admin or somebody, you can add their title as well. Now, on their username, what you're going to do is create one, make sure it says yes, that it's active, and two, create a username for them. I mean, I think it's easy just to use my name dot brothers or first name, last name. It won't allow you to have any gaps here. And then you're going to create kind of a generic password for them. And this could be just ABCD 123 password, whatever, because they're going to be prompted to change their password once they get logged in. So you create a generic password to get them started. If you enter their phone number here, then it'll be in the system under phone numbers. Make sure you click the email. This is very important that you have their email address in here because that's what they're going to get notified when they get it into be able to log into their system. Next, you're going to scroll down here to access level. Make sure it says learner. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't change anything here. So it's learner because what this is going to do is for the testing that they'll see the testing and they won't see the answers and they'll actually be able to take the tests and be challenged when they do so. The rest of this stuff shouldn't be that big a deal for now. Training center reports for those of you who are managers or admin, you want to just leave this alone. You should be just fine. Ability to update profile and to create end users. You don't want to give them ability unless they're going to be a manager, and if you want to give them the ability to create users, you would click yes here. This is where it's really important. Down here, this is where you're going to identify their role, like what they are actually going to be doing and what they're going to be seeing within the system. So for a build, if you're a build member, this is already checked. It's already in here. So for a manager of your company, if it's for a partner or a leader or manager, you're going to click this manager for the build program, and this is going to have all the access to the build program. If you're a start manager for a startup program, if you're just having the two users and it's like a partner or a leader in your company, you can click the manager here. Or just a standard learner role, which that's automatically defaulted up here. So you don't even really have to click this or really any of these because that's already in there. What's most important is when you want to break down specific training for your salespeople or for an administrator or for a sales leader for the build program. For salesperson, you want to make sure to click sales team training. What that's going to do is ensure that they're only seeing the sales training and they're not seeing all the rest of the admin and start up a business and not all the different things. So this is going to ensure that they're only seeing sales training. For an administration person, this is going to show only the administrative courses that are in the VT as well. So it's not going to have all of the business startup stuff, sales or that sort of thing. It's just administrative courses. Now, for those of you on the build program, if you're taking a sales leadership course, what you're going to do is come over here to this premier content, and this is where you'll find sales leadership. This is going to unlock that sales leadership course. So you want to actually have them do the sales leadership as well as the sales team training course. Now, at the bottom here, should automatically be checked. Just make sure it is email user immediately. What's going to happen here is as soon as you create this user, it's going to send them an email and prompt them to log in and get their stuff all taken care of. You shouldn't have to change anything here unless you want to create a password that you create, that you control. You can have them to not force a password update, but by default, it's going to automatically connect them and prompt them to create their own password. The end, hit create user, and it'll send off the information. So again, make sure this content role is identified properly, and then also make sure that they're clicked here as their access level is a learner, unless you want them to be able to see the answers to the tests and see reporting if they're a sales leader or like a manager of the company. All right, thank you. And as always, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to connect with me. Have a good day.